Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel 2, where last episode we continued our fight through the Orc's fort before reaching the room in which Duke Bareahard cowered within. Finding McBurn and Duel the Swift defending him, we were relieved that only the latter stayed behind to fight, as we apprehended Jusis' father. Now we take the time to rest in Bareahard with more bonding points, as after talking to Sara, we still have 5 more to use. I think we've nearly gone through the entire town now. Master Gorty seems to be in the middle of something at the moment. Not that it has anything to do with me, of course. Perhaps that'll be done by the time I return from shopping. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. You never know. What? You mean to tell me that all my assets have vanished? I'm afraid so, sir. With the Duke arrested, his backing is effectively worthless. And with no longer able to guarantee your investments, your own assets were lost as well. No, I won't stand for this. Master Gorty, please compose yourself. He's out of cash. Master Gorty, please compose yourself. We don't know that guy, do we? No, sir. Come on then, Emma. Let's have a nice sit down. Hey, would you mind if I sat with you for a while? Not to steal your idea or anything, but this does seem like a nice spot to take a break. I certainly thought so. Please make yourself comfortable. It's nice and quiet here. Not too cold either. I don't think I've been able to sit back and relax like this in a long time. My eyes feel so heavy. I must be more tired than I thought. Don't do it, Rean! It's gonna happen! Rean? He's not gonna slip to the side, is he? Looks like he fell asleep. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised. He must be exhausted after Orc's fort. In that case... Oh, I must have fallen asleep. On something nice and comfy, no less. Hello there, sleepyhead. Emma? Whoa! Emma! Why was I on your lap? Did you sleep well? Best sleep of my life. Don't change the subject. Nice one, Rean. Bloody out, why don't you? Well, let me apologise. I really didn't expect to end up sleeping on your lap like that. I'm the one who put you there in the first place, so no need to think about apologising. I couldn't leave you to sleep on a cold, hard bench after all. One of my duties as a witch is to support you. Just think of this as another form of support. Okay, Emma. Sly. That's kind of a stretch. I would appreciate it if you let me do this much for you at least. It's all thanks to both you and Valimar that Bareahard's regained peace. In fact, I believe we've managed to come as far as we have thanks to your efforts. I don't know about that, Emma. You're forgetting that I had all of you. I've been able to push myself through all this only thanks to the people who chose to stick by me. Besides, I never would have come across Valimar in the first place if it weren't for your guidance. You think that much of us, Rean? Well, yeah, we've still got a long road ahead of us, right? That road will eventually lead us to Crown Vida. So, sorry, but you're still stuck with us, Emma. We need your support now more than ever. I can live with that. I'll do everything in my power to help, both as your friend and as your class president. Emma is not shy. I intend to keep doing what I can for Class 7 as its president, and what I can for you as the witch tasked with guiding you. Hopefully I'll be able to make myself useful in both regards. So, was it the witch side or the class president side that says I should become a pillow? I think that's the Emma side, personally. Well, this certainly is a surprise. I never expected the master and lady to return on such short notice. It's a relief to know they're well. The children should be able to rest easy now, I'm sure. Let's go inside. Hey, Mummy, I'm so good at dancing now, like really good. Hey, Mummy, you listening? Mummy, listen. Dancing doesn't seem to be the only thing you've gotten better at. Hey, Mummy, listen. Hey. Father, Mother. Susan, thank goodness you're safe. Came as quickly as we could after we heard what happened. Oh, Adios, thank you for keeping our children safe. Yay, Mummy and Daddy are back. Now we can talk lots and lots. Yay! Listen, listen, listen. We left the children here under the impression that it'd be the safest place for them. It certainly came as a surprise, to say the least. Things are only going to get more dangerous from here on out, but we can take some comfort in knowing they're safe for now. I'm so glad you're all safe. Come closer, Suzanne. Let me see your face. Ha! That tickles. I feel so much calmer knowing they're both back home now. And better yet, the children are simply overjoyed. I should be sure to thank them again once I finish up these chores. Wait, isn't that... Yeah, it's got to be Bridget from the Wind Orchestra. She looks too busy to talk to right now, though, so I should come back once I meet up with everyone else. Character notebook updated. Right, nothing else to do. That is everyone in town talked to, apart from our 4 remaining bondings. So let's go into here. I'm sure we can do more bondings after that, right? The Bareahard family mansion is currently under our control. I have to say though, it's rather nerve-wracking for us to be stationed in such a no-war-dominated area. No need for you to be concerned, of course. Our presence won't alarm the citizens as much as the armored divisions would. Good day. We've received word to let you all pass. I expect Jusis Bareahard should be inside at the moment too. I'm sure he will. I'll save just in case I randomly get zooped forward, but I don't think I will. Where's Ricky and Anton? Ricky and Anton in Ruda. Ricky's lost his memory. Bad times. The size of this place never ceases to amaze me. Both the Duke and Scarlet are being held here, I think. Center. Who is the guy that shines that floor? Do they have an orbital shiner?
Damn, this is incredible. It's not as grand as Valflame Palace, but I doubt you'll find many mansions this fancy. The Duke's residence is certainly befitting of his status.
You came after all, Rean.
Yeah, I was kinda hesitant to come and visit in case I got in your way, though.
No, it's fine. Everything is largely settled here now. I will leave the rest to you, then.
As you wish. Leave everything to us. And we will strive and make things as comfortable for your father as possible.
You have my thanks.
He's Captain Claire's adjutant, isn't he?
Indeed, and quite a skilled one at that. He and his men will be managing the mansion together while keeping my father in custody. At least until the war comes to an end.
Oh, right.
There's no need to look so glum. He deserves to answer for his crimes much like others. He should be grateful he hasn't been handcuffed and thrown in a cell.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. Oh, yeah, Scarlet's here too, right?
She's currently receiving treatment in the annex. She remains bedridden, but her life is in no real danger, or so I hear.
That's good.
If you'd like to speak with her, you should go and pay her a visit. Meanwhile, I'll be going to my room to get ready for departure. If you need anything at all, feel free to come by and see me.
Thanks, Jusis. Will do. Wait a sec. Where is his room anyway? I don't know where the annex Scarlet's in is either. I guess I'll have to ask someone.
Alright, so the Bareahard mansion is ours to explore. The annex is to the left, Jusis' room is to the right, the Duke's quarters is straight ahead. Didn't have to ask anyone at all. Oh, hello, are you looking for Lady Scarlet's room? It's quite far down the corridor on the annex's first floor. Thanks. How do I get to the annex though? Oh, my apologies. Turn left here and make your way out into the courtyard. There's a path on the right side of the fountain, which if you follow will... I think I understand where to go now, and it's going to be a really long walk. This is just the indoor football court. I mean, I'd play it. I'd be playing. This is too much space to not utilize. I'd be scuffing this floor, being a nightmare. Good day to you, please. Leave everything here in our hands. His Grace has confined the mansion, but he is permitted a degree of freedom within its walls. Rest assured that the terrorist S is being treated with care as well. Too slippery for that? That's part of the fun. Oh, you look for Lord Eustace's room? Please turn to the right here. You'll find it at the very end of the hall on the right wing's 3rd floor. Oh, I see. Thank you very much. That said, His Grace and Lord Eustace have a lot on their minds at present. Please do try to be quiet while inside the mansion so as to not disturb them needlessly. Of course, I'll be as quiet as I possibly can. My apologies, but His Grace has firmly expressed that he does not want to meet with anyone at the present time. I must ask you to turn back. Of course, sorry to disturb you. Damn. Haha! Psych! Nearly worked. Let's go to Eustace's room. Likes his sword on the wall. He's got a bed, it's 4-poster. He has his own desk. He has a shiny thing. Of course, he liked the chess, music, gramophone. There's got to be a car magazine called Imperial Car Yearly here. Wow, let's figure some new models in it. This colouring might actually work well on the bike, come to think of it. We've got windy colouring, so green. After all, green is the colour of wind, somehow. The RMP should be able to take care of the mansion for the time being. Perhaps this is a chance for me to take one of the horses out for a final ride before I leave. That sounds kind of fun, actually. Let's go horse riding with Eustace. What if I join you, Eustace? I haven't seen any of your family's horses since that race we had. Not at all. That gives me an idea, in fact. Come with me. Where? It's another race, right? Rean borrowed one of the horses from the Bareahard mansion while Jusis rode another. Together they set off on horseback towards Oryx Canyon, with Jusis taking lead. This is where we had our duel before, isn't it? Why don't we come out here? Draw your sword, Rean. I'd like to request another duel with you. Jusis. Do you remember what you told me during our field study here? You claimed that there was something honest about the way I fought, and that it was because I learned my swordsmanship from someone I trusted. I did, didn't I? My trust in my brother has not faltered. However, because of that trust, I fear that when the time comes to fight him, my sword will be hindered by hesitation. I dread the day that I'll have to turn my blade upon my own brother. I'm not proud of it, but that's how it is. I can hardly blame you, Eustace. Anyone in your position would feel that way. Perhaps, but that's why I'd like you to face off with you, Rean. Whether I win or lose, I believe our duel will allow me to cast away my doubts. And through that, I should be able to better trust in my own convictions, regardless of whom I face. I realise that this is somewhat selfish request, but please, this is important to me. Am I even allowed to say no after that speech? It's not often you ask for favours like this either. So sure, let's go. Just know that I won't be holding back, especially because I learned from last time and I will just S-craft you. Hit me with all you've got. With pleasure. Thus, Rean and Jusis began their duel, putting all their strength into the battle. They cleared their heads of all distraction, their focus purely on trying to be the victor. With that, the fight continued on until... we ended up with 2 tired lads. I don't think I can move another muscle. Neither can I. Even in real battles, it's not often that I fight to the point of exhaustion. I think it's because we can read each other so well that we're able to fight to this point, really. Granted, I can see Master Kafai and Viscount Arcade keeping up all the whole day without getting tired or bored. We're not them, but I still think we did pretty well for a couple of teenagers. Agreed. It was fun in our own strange way. Thank you, Rean. I feel as though I can now go forth and fight with that same honesty yet again. I may have been taught by Rufus, but it was Class 7 who helped me to further develop my skills. No need to thank me. I'm just glad you were honest with me and asked. That's beyond awful. Ah, best buds. Afterwards, they somehow managed to summon up the energy to get on their horses and return to Bareahard. Nerdy Link level 5 of Jusis. Thank you for joining me, Rean. I feel as though I can finally put faith in my swordsmanship now. So let's keep moving forward without fearing whatever future awaits us. Alright, 3 more bonding points to spend. Do I spend them before speaking? Nah, I think I can speak to Scarlet and do more. Will we get more of her past? Will we learn about her? What will become of her? Many questions.
Oh.
I knew it would be you. Did you come to listen to me whine and complain about you?
I know you didn't want me to save you, but you don't have to hate me for it.
I was just joking. I don't care what happens to me. Whether I live or die or get executed as a terrorist, what happens, happens.
Stop being so flippant about the whole thing. But you seem to be a little more cheerful than I was expecting you to be. I'm glad. Well, it sounds like you're doing all right at least. That's good.
My only complaint is that I wasn't allowed to ascend to heaven like I wanted to. But perhaps this is just how it was meant to be.
I wish I could tell you. You said you used to be a sister, right? You mentioned something about training over in Arteria, too.
I did, though that training was a long time ago. That really takes me back.
So that wasn't a lie? Sorry. It wasn't that I didn't believe you, it's just...
I'll have you know I grew up in one of the most pious families in the country. Hard as that may be to believe. I was so happy when I was first invited to join the church. I doubt you'd know, but the church is a fairly complex organization with plenty of divisions within it. The part I was invited to join was an organization called the Congregation for the Sacraments. They're a group full of immensely skilled people who take on some unique missions, to put it mildly. It made me happier than you could imagine to be recognized by people like that at such a young age. I didn't have any special abilities of my own, but I left home, trained my hardest, and eventually became a squire.
A squire? As in a kind of knight? I thought you said you became a sister. Unless you're saying the church has knights too. Ugh, I'm getting confused now.
Anyone would be in your position. Their image of the church begins and ends with priests and mass. As it was, my days in Arteria came to an abrupt end. Just before I went out on my first mission, I got word of what had happened. I hurried back to Erebonia as fast as I could, but I was too late to do anything.
Lady Scarlet, I think you should get some more rest.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you strain yourself.
You really are a softie. If you want to hear the rest, you'll have to come back another time. So, if you're interested.
It's hard to imagine someone going from being a sister to a terrorist, but that's just what happened. I'm still convinced that it would have been a waste for her to have died back there. I'm glad she seems to have calmed down for now. I'll have to come back another time to see how she's doing.
I don't want to talk to her more. Scarlet's medical treatment is still ongoing, I think. Still, maybe I'll get the chance to visit her again in the future. Maybe after the bonding day, then. I want to learn more. Tell us more. You're telling Rean some important facts that we already know, so that's cool. That church, it's not what it looks to be. It's a secret, or everything's a secret organization. Everything's like that. Should we watch Fee roll down the hill now? Come on, Fee, roll down the hill. Am I going to carry her on my back? Okay, first feeling better now. Off we go. Hold up, Fee. You're not actually planning on walking there with your foot like that, are you? Might as well. I'm used to this kind of stuff anyway. Well, maybe so, but you still shouldn't be walking around like that. Why did you step on something sharp on the way? What do you want me to do then? I guess I'll be the gallant knight here. It's like I know. The setup is always perfect. Here we go. What's up? Did it start hurting again? I'm fine. Just kind of amazed, really. Don't think anyone else would have offered a piggyback ride in that situation. This isn't the first time I've carried you round. Huh? I put her to bed too, after all. Don't worry about it. Into the store we go, my steed. Sorry, but the Pony Express stops here. There could be sharp things on the floor of a tailor, I'd like to point out. Still. Upon reaching the tailor, Rean asked them to fix up Fee's shoe for her. Fee got a splinter on the floor. They were told it would be a quick process, so they had a look around the store in the meantime. Well, hey, they've got Stragers here. You're pretty fond of this brand, aren't you? Sure am. Seems like they've only got formal wear here, though. Would have been up for buying some new sneakers if they had any. I don't see you prancing around in formal wear anyway, to be honest. How long have you been a fan? Since you were in Zephyr? Yep, the boss bought me a pair for helping out with something. That was the second present he gave me, in fact. Oh, what was the first then? Her name, Clausel. That's a present. I'll never let go of either. There's no one else in the world who can give me that after all. I know how you feel. Dad welcoming me as a proper member of the Schwarzer family meant the world to me. So yeah, let's keep our appreciation for that close to our hearts. Speaking of things from the past, I was actually reminded of the boss when you were giving me that piggyback ride. Huh? He did the same for me not long after bringing me into Zephyr. Stuff like that's what made him feel like he actually was my real dad. Fee, there's something else I realised too. You remind me of the boss, but you're not actually him in the end. It's like Class 7 isn't the same family that Zephyr was, even though both were important to me. I'm not the same person I was back then either. I don't want to sit around and be protected all the time anymore. Yeah, that's right. We're all in this together, Fee. Supporting each other's the obvious way to go. Yep, and I'm going to use what I learned from my old family to do just that. Thanks, Rean. Not at all. It took a little more time before their order was ready, so the two wandered the store for a while longer. Once it was, they saw that Fee's shoes were as good as new. And as it said in the chat, by Ruffle, with these new shoes, now she'll never see defeat. A good old Trails chess joke. You guys and Zephyr are very different families, but you're both important to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to keep my family safe. I feel the same way, Fee. Alright then. Let's go speak to Laura now, I think. We could go even faster! Stop. Alright, so what's Laura up to out in the canyon? I've got some time on my hands, so let's go check on her. Laura? I actually called this one too. I know I didn't say it out loud, but I actually thought this is how this one is going to go. I can't believe it either. Laura? Hey, are you alright? Why was you jumping there when it's this cold out? No, I honestly was thinking, right, we've had piggyback. We've had piggyback. We've had the lap thing. Next is going to be some kind of bathing scene. That was like, she's swimming, but it's near enough. Like, we're going for like all the tropes here. All of the tropes. Hey, you alright? Why were you jumping there when it's this cold out? Oh, I see you've come along too, Rean. There's no need for concern. It's cold but refreshing. She seems like she's okay. I know she's used to winter swimming, but we're the coldest part of the year right now. Did she want to clear her mind or something? That raises the question of what could be troubling her. That's the sewer water. Laura finally came ashore after spending a little more time in the water. Realizing she would be freezing, Reed made sure he had a towel ready for her. My apologies. Perhaps it was a bit much to try my hand at swimming during this time of year. It really was. There's something up. I know you're fond of swimming, but doing something like this out of the blue isn't like you. See? Sorry, but you're gonna have to let me dry your hair off at least. Very well then. Do you want my jacket on you too? Having dried off her hair, Rean left Laura to finish drying off otherwise and get changed. In the meantime, he headed back into town to grab her something warm to drink. I'm gonna have to dry off your hair. You're completely incapable of drying your own hair, even though you've been doing it all the time. Rean? It's just a way of getting like second-hand head pats, isn't it? Thank you for your consideration, Rean. I'm warmed up plenty now. See, it was worth me fussing over you. Wanna head back to the Courageous? You could catch a cold if you stay out here. No need. I'm fine. As you know, I'm used to this. I'd like to apologise for worrying you, however. Well, I wasn't too worried. It's you we're talking about. So, did you bring that swimsuit from Force or something? Yes, actually. I found it in my luggage after leaving. I used it often during the time Emma and I spent in Legram, too. It sounds funny when I say it out loud, but swimming has always been a way for me to wash away my concerns and hesitations. Of course, Emma had a similar reaction to yours whenever I did. It's not funny at all, really. I get what you mean. As a noble, I found myself thinking a lot about what happened here in this province. It is true that what Duke Bareahard did to Celtic is beyond unforgivable. However, one could also argue that he would have employed such tactics if war had never broken out. It's clear that his position in both the four great houses and Noble Alliance is what drove his actions. He may have a point. There's no guarantee that any other noble wouldn't have ended up doing the same. What's funnier than what you said is that I'm technically noble too, but I never even thought of things like that before. We still have a long way to go. Not just in swordsmanship either. It doesn't benefit us to single-mindedly dedicate ourselves purely to that. Still, I feel that if we are able to make it through this, we will be so much stronger thanks to the experience. I want to rise above every challenge life throws my way, both as a swordsman and a noble. Naturally, that involves trusting in others rather than attempting to deal with those challenges alone. Perhaps you're an ideal partner to keep me in check, Rean. Everyone's forward today. Laura? I didn't mean anything special by that, mind you. It's just that since you also happen to be a swordsman, we should strive to motivate each other. I'm curious to see where we can go from here. There are many incredible warriors taking part in the war, but together I believe we can catch up to them. And just maybe we'll be able to reach the strength of the Lance Maiden herself. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing just how far our swordsmanship will take us. Two talk for a while longer before deciding to walk back into town. The one with Laura has strengthened even more. Sorry for troubling you, Rean. Don't worry about it. Just make sure you don't end up catching a cold or anything, okay? Duly noted. Maybe I'll make myself some hot tea when we get back. Right, last event. I mean, who did I do with the 5 before? Because I think I did Laura. I've done Laura before, like the one before. I skipped Emma. We've been doing a lot of Jusis. We did Macius. We did Elliot. Yeah, we did Macius, Elliot. I know Alfin's in there too, and we haven't spoken to her yet. I don't know. Well, we can find out what Alfin wishes to speak about, that's for sure. Find out what the subject matter is. It's probably more sisters type teasing again. Where are you exactly, Alfin? Quite a lot of people there. You dressed up in the St. Australia outfit again. It would seem they're about to hold mass over the cathedral. I'm thinking of sneaking in some kind of incognito, but... something the matter? It's nothing, just pretend I didn't say anything. Oh, and try to get some rest, Rean. You must be exhausted. Seems like she's got something on her mind. So, Alfin at the church, Guy's at the church. Elliot's a bit depressed, but he's probably going to play music and he'll be happy. Macius is shopping. Does he ever stop that? I do wonder. Miriam's going to bake a cake. Or a sweet thing. I guess it doesn't, yeah. I think Gaius is the most leftover one. Well, let's do Alfin and hear more about Elise and make... Because it will just be funny, weird jokes again about, like, sister love, etc. Funny, weird, that's why. Funny, weird. Would you mind if I join you, Your Highness? I'd feel much more at ease if it at least escorted you to the cathedral. Just as a precaution, of course. Would you, Rean? Thanks so much for your concern. Shall we off then? Seeing Bareahard's cathedral up close is always breathtaking. You've been to Bareahard before, haven't you? That's right. I have a number of noble acquaintances here, even. Speaking of which, today's mass seems to have attracted more of them than usual. It looks like it's intended as an occasion to mourn the losses suffered by Celtic. Oh, judging by all the people I saw go in, it'll probably be a fairly large event. So it seems. I plan to attend as well to offer my prayers to the market manager. But... no, it's nothing. Let's go inside, Rean. And so Rean and Princess Alfin entered the cathedral to attend the mass currently being held, and to answer the question in chat, out of funny ha-ha or funny please help, it's definitely funny please help now. Of course, they were careful to sit behind the majority of attendees to avoid standing out. However, during the sermon, I'm sure you've all heard by now of the terrible tragedy that took place in Celtic recently. In light of this, let us offer up our prayers for the people there. May Adios be with them all. Rest in peace, Otto. What's going to happen to us from here on out? I can't believe they actually arrested Duke Bareahard. Not to mention the fact that we've been removed from the Noble Alliance's jurisdiction. But why, though? I see no reason to accept the Imperial Army when our own army is still intact. Duke Bareahard certainly has made a muck of things this time. Are these people for real? Aren't we supposed to be mourning for the people of Celtic? There's a time and a place for self-pity. It sure as hell isn't now. Besides, surely Celtic was partly to blame for what happened too, no? I heard all about their belligerent attitude towards Duke Bareahard, and yet he was arrested simply for teaching them a lesson. Disgraceful, I know. The beloved empire certainly has been on the decline these past couple of years. I can't take much more of this. Just who in the world do you people think you are? Huh? Who dares to raise their voice during Holy Mass? Wait, I know that face. Princess Alfin. How could you make light of what happened in Celtic? Do you genuinely believe that it's none of your concern? That Celtic deserved its fate? Is this how you treat your fellow Erebonians? Don't you realise that by putting aside such social labels, this tragedy could have been prevented? Your Highness, but maybe I'm not the one to talk. I may have shared the same sentiments as you all had. I continue to live my cozy life in Heimdall. I would have done little other than pity them without making an attempt to truly understand the gravity of the matter. In the end, it would have just been another event on the long list of things to eventually forget. But please, I beg of you, please realise that whether they are a noble or a commoner, every life matters. The people who suffered in Celtic, who lost their lives because of this war, are no less important than any of us. Each and every one of them lived a life of their own and had a future ahead of them until it was ripped away. Your Highness. Your Highness. Rean. So please, I ask anyone in disagreement with the Duke's arrest to go see Celtic for themselves. If that's not enough to convince you his arrest was the right thing to do, then by all means bring your complaints to me. I swear on the Arno household that I will listen to every single one of you in earnest. After Princess Alfin's speech, they left the cathedral that had turned deathly quiet. From there, Rean escorted her back to the airport. The entire way, she struggled to hold back her tears. Thank you, Rean. I've gotten a hold of myself now. How embarrassing is it to act out like that during a holy mass? I'm sure my brother would have been able to handle that situation much better. Prince Oliver would have handled that in his own way, sure. That doesn't make your actions any less worthy of respect, however. You don't think it was too much? I mean it when I say that speech hit very close to home. That's why I'm sure some of the nobles there must have been impacted the same way. If anything, I'd say you've made me feel more proud to be a member of the Empire than ever before. Did I? Ah! I'm sure when this war comes to an end, your words will be able to reach even more people too. Until then, all we can do is keep fighting. Thank you, Rean. Hearing you say that is such a relief. Happy to help you, Highness. Let's just focus on doing what we can for now, okay? Please don't forget that we're all here to support you. Thank you. After Rean escorted Princess Alfin to the Courageous, he headed back to town. The bond with Princess Alfin has strengthened to link level 4. Cool. Cover and cheer. That was actually, I'm glad I chose that one. That was actually a good one. A ruler or a future, like, not the ruler, is he? Isn't it the younger brother that's like the potential future next? But like, it's nice to see royalty be presented with the realities of like just everyday living, war, etc. Actually understand it and teach these idiots a lesson. Great. And you got a head pat, head rub, whatever. I wonder if someone's done like a
Right.
like a playthrough of the game where they do a maximum head pat run. So without like extra bonding points from what New Game Plus I think can give it, yeah? Like a maximum head pat run. This is the route, the maximum head pat route. I definitely haven't got it. Probably not, I don't know. I guess I'd have to hang out with Elisa a lot more to get the maximum head pat run. Well, I think we're done here in town. We've done our bonding. We've talked to everyone. We got a book, a recipe, a bike color. Now it's time for us to move on to our recruitment phase. There's a couple of people here to talk to though, isn't there? Yep, over here. What's happened here? I'm so bored. Oh dear, looks like we came at a bad time. What should we do? Oh, I do hope something works out. Duke has been arrested. How the devil did that happen? I haven't a clue what's been happening here while I've been away. Perhaps I should go and ask Baron Caroline. Yes, where is Baron Caroline? In times like these, friends are the ones you can count on most. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid I've told you all I know. It's been announced that there is no danger in the city itself, at least, so please don't concern yourselves. Can't go into any of these. The only remaining person is right next to there. Recruitment phase. This is Fire Emblem 3 houses. You know what I mean. Technically, this did it first there. Leave the courageous maintenance to us. Jusis has always been especially good to me. I can only hope this will allow me to go some way to return the favour. Well, our time is done here. I'm going to randomly drop another save. Last bonding phase. Did you like the ones I picked? I honestly thought that was what Laura's one was going to have. Weirdly, I don't know why. It just seemed like the tropes were happening. Should I go back inside? I feel there's still more to see here in Bareahard. I think I've seen it all. Returning the courageous will cause the main story to advance. Any unseen bonding events will no longer be available. Well, they're unavailable anyway because we don't have bonding points. Nah, I suppose I'll head back inside. I can sit and wait for the others to get back. Rean! Toa? She's the one that does the Rean. Looks like we caught you at just the right time. Were you planning on going inside too? Oh, hello. What's wrong? You seem all flustered. Well, we got a message from the guys still inside the ship. They said that something's happened over in Crossbell. In Crossbell? We saw the city covered by a blue barrier from where Corellia Fortress was, but it's not that, I'm guessing. Believe it or not, it's something even weirder. I'm planning to go and get a closer look at it. Would you mind grabbing everyone else still in town and bringing them back here? We'll be getting everything ready for liftoff in the meantime. Okay, I'll be back as soon as I can. I'll leave everything here to you. Ah, thank you for the cheer, by the way, Al. Rean quickly left to find his classmates. Once everyone was gathered at Bareahard Airport, they boarded the Courageous, then promptly took off.
Well done!
2-2? I'm 3 away from A2. We're ass currently.
I'm so proud of you, Rean!
We're ass! Great! That's ass with 3 S's, I'll have you know. Course to the northeast is clear. All hands remain vigilant. The ship's approaching maximum cruising speed. We should be getting close to the fortress soon. Please get in touch with the 4th Armored Division and the Railway Military Police. Aye aye, Captain. Oh my, I think I can see something in the distance. What the? I'm getting some very strange readings here.
Oh, I can see Crossbell now.
There seems to be something emitting light in the distance as well.
What in the world is that?
Cool.
I don't know.
That blue barrier that was surrounding the city before is gone.
But now there's something even more unbelievable in its place.
An Azure Tree?
Yeah, it looks like a tree to me too. It's got all those branches coming out of it.
I don't think trees so vast even exist in legend. Never mind in reality.
Yeah, there's something completely otherworldly about it.
Do you know what it is, Celine?
I wish I did. There's nothing like that in any of the clan's legends.
Just what is happening over in Crossbell?
Yes, just what is happening over in Crossbell? Localize it! Official releases, please!
Now that's damned impressive. It must be over 2,000 arch tall.
Oh, never thought I'd come face to face with something that big in my lifetime.
Life's just full of surprises. Oh, this is the very essence of beauty. So this is the fruit of the Azure Zero project, a testament to the power of human obsession.
Looks like everything did go according to plan. Not that any other outcome was ever a possibility with my illustrious lord lending a hand.
So that showed up as a result of that phantasmal blaze plan of yours? And you're planning on spawning something like that over here, too?
That we are. What you see before you is a miracle born of human hands, made manifest by the Zero Child. The end of the second movement is finally nigh. Let the preparations begin. This story's finale is bound to be one to remember.
Guess it's almost time to wrap things up. Wonder if it'll go how she and Campanella want it to, though.
So interested. But did she say the F word, by the way? I think someone said the F word.
Excuse us, Lord Rufus.
Well, if it isn't General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius. I had thought you were still on the Western Front. Might I ask what brings you here?
Do you even need to ask? First Ruhr, now Bareahard. The Eastern Front is collapsing as we speak.
I see no reason for us to remain in the West any longer.
I wouldn't go quite that far, General. As long as the West remains well protected, Heimdall will not fall. As for Nortia and the elements which sided with Duke Alberea, they could always abandon their neutrality. The war is still ours for the winning. That hasn't changed.
An impressive analysis.
By the way, would you happen to know anything about that vast tree that's sprouted up in Crossbell? Is it even a tree to begin with?
I haven't viewed it from up close, but the pictures were like nothing I'd ever seen. It could be completely harmless, but it's likely causing Erebonians in the East no shortage of anxiety just by being there.
I quite agree, and that concerns me as well. Still, Duke Cayenne insists its appearance was planned. There should be nothing to fear.
Really now?
I was aware he was affiliating himself with some suspicious society of sorts. Could the two be related?
What happens behind the scenes is of no concern to us, I suppose. We are warriors. We live to fight on the battlefield. So, dear Chief of Staff, who is our next opponent to be?
Getting right down to business, I see. I'd like for the two of you to defend the capital. Your opponents are to be the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions, who will be advancing upon it within the next few days.
Oh, is that so?
What? So they're risking everything in an attempt to take back Heimdall?
That is what I predict will happen, yes. I think Craig the Red and One-Eyed Zex will prove to be enough entertainment for the two of you, wouldn't you agree? After all, only the best will do for the two strongest soldiers the Provincial Army has to offer.
All right, you win. You have my attention. The prospect alone has my blood boiling in anticipation.
I concur. Very well. We shall do as you say. This is sure to be a clash for the ages.
Oh, under the palace? What's going on? Is there things under every castle that ever exists, by the way?
I had no idea all this existed right under the palace. Duke Cayenne, can I ask exactly where we're going?
There is no need to look so concerned, Your Highness. The place we are traveling to is to the center of this city. No, this country. And a place that governs a great power. It is where everything both ends and begins.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Please, be careful of your footing. If you were to fall off the platform, you most assuredly would go splat and die.
Now, it won't do to frighten him. And I must say, I don't recall doing so ever being part of your duties.
Pardon me. I believe we're almost there.
I've been waiting for you.
Vita Clotilde? The opera singer? What are you doing in a place like this?
Greetings, witch. I see that tree emerged successfully.
It certainly did. All that remains now is to continue the preparations here. However, let me remind you that under no circumstance...
If you would, spare me. You've made yourself perfectly clear on occasions past. And I am hardly enough of a fool to attempt to defy commands from a witch.
What are the two of you talking about? And why did you bring me here?
Patience, Your Highness. All will be clear in due time. Oh my, could this be it?
What is that thing? What's this feeling?
Marvelous! Marvelous! This is the legendary demon said to wield 1,000 weapons. The Crimson Calamity, which was sealed away by Saint Sandlot and Drycles 250 years ago, and a fragment of the great power.
Onwards to mail.
The Vermillion Testa-Rossa!
Well, we move on to the 27th. There's another night on the sea. As we begin what seems to be our final phase.
The Azure Tree? That's the name of the bizarre tree that appeared in Crossbell then?
Yeah, I found it out from the guild branch over there. Things still seem to be tense over in their direction. No one's really sure what it's for or what it can do. Don't think it'll have any direct effect on Erebonia, though.
Well, I suppose that's good news. Sort of.
Still, people on this side of the country are understandably feeling uneasy about it.
Yeah, people have enough to worry about without a giant glowing tree sprouting up from out of nowhere.
Anyone would start feeling nervous at the sight of such a thing.
At least it should keep Calvert off our backs for a while, right? They're as clueless as we are on what that thing is, and they're not going to risk an attack before they know for sure.
Exactly. In a sense, it's doing the same thing for us the barrier around Crossbell City did before it up and vanished. It's probably the best distraction Erebonia could ask for about now.
Oh, is that what your bracer instincts are telling you?
It doesn't take a bracer to think that, Jusis. If Calvert were to invade right now while the war's going on... True. The situation we're under is plenty chaotic as it is.
All we can do right now is keep doing what we always have, and gather information. I'm sure we can do something to improve the situation here, but we don't know enough to decide what that something is.
I'm with Gaius. Let's just take a deep breath and do the best we can.
That's the best attitude to have right now, too. One thing we could do is keep looking around for other Thor students. We could always use more help, right?
We still need more Zemirian ore, too.
Oh, that's right. And there are still more spirit shrines left to explore as well.
Strangely enough, our best course of action is to simply continue doing what we've always done, albeit with renewed dedication.
That works for me.
Sounds like you've got things covered in the east, which means that all that's left for me is to wish you good luck. Take care of it. Okay, Sara?
What else would I do? And you take care of yourself, too. We wouldn't want anything to happen to you before you reunite with your dearest Carnelia, now would we?
Yeah, would you just drop that already? Anyway, keep it up, guys. I'll be in touch.
Oh, there goes all my fun.
What was all that about? Toval's girlfriend?
It did sound that way.
For further details, please consult a certain famous novel about a certain lovable scamp, now certainly available in all bookstores.
Poor Toval. Anyway, should probably get to work. The best place to start would be checking the latest requests from Prince Oliver.
Right, 3 quests to do. Missed Opportunity, Hearts in Harmony, or Canyon, or Catyon. I feel like sometimes you run out of names. Missed Opportunity, but the Claws. The trouble you helped resolve here in Legram has, shall we say, unresolved itself and continues to worsen. Oh, something's up in the castle again. We believe the cause may again lie within Longren Castle. As such, we would ask your class to investigate and see if you can resolve whatever the problem may be. Please contact us at the Grand Blazer Guild if you're able to assist us. There was a door in there, right? Was that door where the Ordine came from, actually? I want to hold a concert to show the people of Celtic that all is not lost and help them start to heal. Hearts in Harmony. We'll send Elliot right away. Yeah. Would you be willing to aim me, Class 7? I'm hoping for Elliot's in particular. If so, please come meet me in Celtic's chapel. We can figure things out from here. Rosie. Canyon. Our town's been burnt down. Let's hold a gig, sure. Canyon or Canyon? Client Prince Oliver. Do you remember the scenic views of Oryx Canyon? Days we spent there, so in love? Wait, wrong letter. Anyway, Rean, my good man, I've received words of a dangerous monster on the Oryx Canyon path. Could you be a dear and take care of it for me? The monster is Volceron. Oryx Canyon path, free east area off the main road.
There's a request from Rosine about Keldic.
Yeah, if we can, I'd love to help her out.
Me too. It's the least we can do after all the market manager did for us.
I'm in agreement. We should try and help her if time permits.
Klaus also has something in mind for us, it would seem. And that being said, I think it'd be best if I were to accompany you for the time being.
I'd like to come along too, especially since we have the spirit shrines to worry about. Of course, Celine will be coming with me. You'll need both of us to get through the shrines, after all.
That sounds fine by me. Thanks.
All right then, let's go.
Well, our party is being sorted out. Well, Emma doesn't want to come yet. But Emma is one of our more lower level characters now. Technically, I want those two to be in the latter slots. Emma's 97. It's a more melee heavy party, that's for sure. And I end up just doing that anyway. We're going with the melee guys. Right, it's time for us to check out the ship once again. But first of all, I mean, we've got the quests that we've seen. We want student information. Bridget, Beryl, Colette, Rex, Rosine, Talesia. Alright, basically we're going to go back to Bareahard. So once in Bareahard, Beryl's now sighted around Ymir. Colette is helping and in along Bareahard's artisan strength. Rex is now at Orc's Fort. Rosine is in Celtic Chapel, so she can be recruited too. Teresia is at Bareahard by order of the Baron Caroline. So is Teresia, Rex, basically go to Bareahard and pick up some people. That's what it looks like to me at this point. I'm going to go right there, pick the people up in the Bareahard area, and then we'll come up and do the ship scouting. Because then we'll also be able to talk to 4 people and see what they open up. You now travel to Bareahard using the Courageous. And the Orcs Fort too. You can also take on that monster. You now go out into the Oryx Canyon path from the eastern side of Bareahard. And you can now travel on the North Croissant Highway 2 by traveling on the North Croissant Highway 1.
Where do you want to go?
Bareahard, of course. Got the Aqua Shrine, got a Glam. Many things to do. Now, should I just go to Oryx Fort, get Rex, and then walk down the path? Find that monster, kill it. Sounds good to me. Hi, guys. You're those devils and the courageous. How dare you show your faces up what you did here? Did you come to mock us, did you? If not for the orders of Lord Jusis, I would kill you where you stand. Try it. A blasted 4th Armored Division. Who do they think they are, walking around our city of Bareahard as if they own the place? They'll pay for this, just you wait. They're still idiots. But then what do you really expect? What really do you expect? Oh, I'm so sorry, Spare. I know I should be working, but don't blame yourself. And you won't be upset after that battle. Just try and get some rest for now, okay? I'll take you back home soon. Thanks. I bought a book to try and take my mind off everything, but that hasn't been working out too well. So yeah, you take it. You'll probably get more use out of it than me. Now we got 3 chapters of gambling. Fine. I came here to talk business yesterday and ended up getting caught up in that battle. I was truly afraid for my life. Who knew the sound of cannon fire could be so terrifying? Not to mention those soldats in the ash-colored night. That wasn't a sight mere civilians were meant to see. I'm getting many chapters. I thought, when we got that chapter 12 as well, I was like, we shouldn't get another one of them for a while. Instantly get another as soon as we step down anywhere. Hey, Class 7! Sounds like you've been pretty busy lately. Hey, Rex, I didn't expect to see you. Well, I heard all about how Duke Albury had been arrested, so I decided to come with the RMP and head on over here. What, all on your own? Yeah, they brought me part of the way here, but I had to go the rest myself. They said they couldn't be able to bring me all the way to the court. They couldn't be able, shouldn't be able, whatever. Of course they couldn't. Don't get causing trouble now. The Croydon provincial army is temporarily withdrawn from the conflict, but they're still a nasty force to be reckoned with. If you go and upset them, you'll only be putting yourself in danger. Hey, there's no need to try and scare me. I'm not going to try anything, promise. Besides, this place isn't anywhere near as dangerous as the next place I'm going to. Where would that be? The RMP's planning to send help to the guys fighting over out west soon, so I'm going to tag along and snap loads of photos of the situation over there. Western Erebonia? But the fighting is worse there than it is here. That'll be really dangerous. Did Captain Claire or Adjutant give you permission to do that? Well, they said no when I asked, but I'm still set on going, so I'll have to stow away in the cargo or something. But don't you worry about me. Haha! I found my true calling as a war photographer. I've got nothing to fear. And Fidelio's not around, so I've got to try and do what I can without relying on him. He may have managed to avoid danger up till now, but there's no guarantee that will always be the case. The situation in the west truly does sound dangerous. My instincts are telling me I should try and stop him. If anyone's going to be able to change his mind, it's Fidelio. He was always the one keeping Rex in check back when they were in the photography club, so if I ask him... Let's get Fidelio. Rex, you should probably rethink that idea of yours, but even if you're not going to listen to me, I think there's someone else you know very well who you'll hear out. Like who? Wait a sec, you don't mean... Just wait here, I'll go and call him. Rean contacted the Courageous and explained Rex's plan to Fidelio. With no convincing required, he agreed to meet them at Oryx Fort to persuade Rex not to go. Sorry for taking so long, Rex. Fidelio? So you were okay after all. I certainly am. I'm travelling around on board the Courageous with Class 7 and plenty of other Force students now. I've been taking photographs of the war from the perspective of a Noble student, so in that sense what I've been doing isn't all that different from what you've been doing. Really? You've been acting as a war photographer too? Rean told me you're planning on going to Western Erebonia. Is that true? You understand just how dangerous that would be, right? Of course I understand. I know it'll be dangerous, especially for a kid like me who's only good as the photographs he takes. There's even a chance I won't make it back alive. But I'm a war photographer now. I won't run away at every sign of danger. I didn't realize you were that serious about this. It's weird, but to tell you the truth, I'm really happy to hear you say that. All you ever did back at the club was take pictures of cute girls. I'm moved by how much thought you've given your future. But I think if you feel you have a duty to photograph this war, that's all the more reason why you should stay in the east. Why's that? The Noble Alliance's tactics had the 3rd and 4th Armoured Divisions locked in the eastern side of the country. And thanks to Class 7's efforts, things here are slowly beginning to change. I wouldn't be surprised if the battle to take back the capital came sooner rather than later. That's certainly possible. And I think that's when our club will finally be able to shine, even more so if we have the Courageous. Together we'll be able to capture this war's final moments and share them with the citizens all across the country. We're not just photographers, we're also military academy students. This is something only the two of us can do. And all the while, you would be doing it specifically as students. It's a strength, not a weakness, to know and understand what tasks are best suited to you. I think you may be right. We already know the perfect battlefield where you can best use your skills, Rex, and it's right here in Eastern Erebonia. So, would you be willing to help us? We're going to need you when we take back the academy. Wow, guys. You may help that much, do you? A what? Rex? Well, okay, you want me that badly, who am I to say no? Starting today, I'll be serving as a war photographer aboard the Courageous. Kind of think of it, I bet I'll be able to take some incredible shots from the sky. You guys better have some girls with nice boobs on board. Maybe if the wind blows hard enough on deck, I can... Don't even think about it. You seemed so noble-minded mere moments ago. Is it too late to back out of this? It looks like you're back to your old self, unfortunately. Anyway, let's show Erebonia what our photography club can really do. Sure thing. After some stern warnings on what would happen if anyone were to catch him taking unwanted pictures of the girls, Rex joined Fidelio on board the Courageous.